What's up, guys? My name is Sniper Sama, but you can call me Sniper. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going over my Title Update 3.5 bow build. This was specifically requested by one of you guys in my YouTube comments, and truth be told, I haven't made a bow build in a while, so I was actually already kind of thinking about doing one, and you solidified me for me. So, unfortunately, I don't have your name immediately right now, but I'm not going to sit here and look through all the YouTube comments to try and find it. So, thank you. I hope you enjoy this video. This is for you, my guy. We have my bow build. This is insane because I actually went and crafted two new ones because neither of which were insane before. And even though I really liked bow, I didn't have a whole lot of supplies. I haven't made an Ardean weapon in a while, so I was able to really take advantage of farming for all these talismans and getting all these different pieces, which is nice. So, we have my two Rarity 8 bows. Now, the reason we are using fire and water is because of one simple reason, is that these bows are the only two, as far as Rarity 8 Ardeans go, that roll with close range coating. The close range coating is going to be the best coating for the most amount of damage. You do have power coating, you do have pierce. Unfortunately, they're not as strong as close range coating can be, meaning we want to stick to the things that do the strongest amounts of damage. Okay, so close range is the way to go. You only get it with fire and water, and you want to make sure you are rolling with attack on these. I understand if you were to, you see this here, you see critical boost, that is fine. You want to be rolling attack, and that is because your bows, no matter what, just like regular weapons, they're going to crit when they crit. It happens, but with bow, you want to be doing a crazy amount of damage. Critical boost is going to allow it to move up a little further. I understand there's not a whole lot of affinity yet, but we'll get to it. This is the one thing that I was shocked about. I have over, I believe, 430, 440 hours on this game. I'm Hunter rank 389, pushing 400, and I play this game weekly. I know life the hell out of this game when it came out. I absolutely love this game. It is so much fun. It's what I built my YouTube platform on, is Monster Hunter, and I continue to play. This is the one and only 8 roll attack boost Ardean weapon I've got. And I just kind of wanted to show it. I just kind of, my mouth dropped when I rolled this earlier as I was prepping this build to make this video. And I was just kind of stunned. I was on the phone and I was like, holy shit. It's crazy. Yeah. You don't need this. Honestly, something like this is perfectly fine. 3 attack, 2 element, you're good. Thankfully, because you're on bow, you don't need to worry about anything. You just don't want affinity. You want the attack or the element boost, and that's it. So, both of these work absolutely perfect. You definitely just want to go for more attack, but not everybody can be as lucky as me. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and continue. We have the new Udra headpiece, the new Udra chest piece. These are both from the Arch-Tempered new Udra fight. These are both insanely good, and I've been using them in a lot of builds because it's kind of crazy to match how strong they are with the 3 level 1s and 3 levels of burst, and then here 2 level 3s and Counter-Strike 2. It's pretty nuts, I'm not going to lie. They are some of the best pieces of armor we've got so far. And then we have something a little different. We have Sergios Vambrace's beta and the Sergios Coil beta. Now, the reason for this is because of this skill down here, Razor's Edge. The way Razor's Edge works is it increases the duration of Adrenaline Rush. And if you activate Adrenaline Rush again, it procs again and makes it stronger or lasts a little longer. Okay? What Adrenaline Rush does, however, if you do not know, it increases your attack power whenever you get a perfect dodge. So on things like Dual Blade and the bow, it's wonderful because you have a perfect dodge. You have a discerning dodge. What this means is every time you hit one of those, you proc the skill. I actually made a bow build I say not too long ago, but it was a while ago, specifically utilizing this skill with the Sergios bow because the Sergios bow has blade scale loading, which activates the same way. The difference being is that it increases your sharpness bar, or on the bow's case, it increases the ammo that you have, and it gives you 3 additional of whatever it is that you're working with that do more damage than your initial pieces. It's pretty nice. So because of that, we're slotted it in because if you play dual blades, if you play bow, and you're not going for perfect dodges, you're crazy. Next up is we have the Uth Duna Greaves. These ones are also just super, super good pieces of gear. The Uth Duna, the Gamma Uth Duna Greaves are really, really nice. The Quick Sheath is great. It's got a good selection of decoration slots. Truly one of my favorite pieces, and that's going to round out the build, also giving us guts. Last but not least, we have the Charm. Unfortunately for me, I do not have literally any other Adrenaline Rush charms. Adrenaline Rush is the one constant in this build that as long as you are playing at a decent pace, you are playing well, you're playing to your strength, you're playing against monsters you know, you're hitting your dodges, it is going to just always benefit you. It's kind of like offensive guard on shielded weapons. As long as you're hitting your guards, most of the time it's active and it's going to benefit you. It's not like Counter-Strike where you only really get to use it if you get hit. This one actually benefits you the better you play, which means we want to max that skill out, okay? And then we have the Mending Mantle. Let's go ahead and get into our decorations. Decorations are going to be the same on either bow as long as you're using a Rarity 8 weapon, or Rarity 8 Ardean weapon. And that is going to be Spread, Critical, and then Stream or Bandolier or Blaze or Bandolier. And the reason for this is because Critical Jewels, even though we don't have a crazy amount of affinity, is going to benefit us in a lot of ways. It's just going to make us do more damage. But on top of that, Spread Jewels are the way to go. Spread Jewels, you do, I think it's 5% more damage with all of your spread shots. And it's just the most efficient way to play bow. If you're not just kind of spamming spread shots, you're playing bow any other way, you're kind of putting yourself at a disadvantage. Its DPS output just isn't as good, so you want to be spamming spread shots. We have the water attack, and that is because bow is one of the highest elemental applicators in the game, which means increasing our element is going to just benefit us. And then we have Tetrad Shot. This is from Bandolier. This is going to increase the attack and affinity after a certain set. So what this does is, after the 4th shot, we are going to get an attack bonus on 2 shots. And then after the 6th shot, we are going to get an attack and an affinity bonus on the remaining 4 that we have left loaded in our bow. Okay. Now, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Physique Jewels. The reason for this is because Physique gives us Constitution. Constitution at level 5 reduces our stamina depletion by 50%. So when you're playing bow, you're doing a lot of dodging. If you're playing bow properly, you're doing a lot of perfect dodging, which means you dodge, you lose a little stamina, you perfect dodge, some of it comes back. This kind of helps you hit the midway point to where if you're not playing flawlessly, you're not just kind of running out of stamina, because that is the issue with spread shots. Spread shots take stamina. So unless you're hitting your dodges, you're kind of just leaving yourself vulnerable like a naked mole rat in the middle of the highway. I don't know why that's what come to my brain. I record these and just kind of one take them. I don't know why I said that. Sorry. We're just going to keep going. You know, honestly, don't lie. You say crazy stuff too. Let's go. We have 1, 2, 3 Challenger Jewels. We have 1, 2 Chain Jewels. This is going to max out our Agitator. This is going to max out our Burst. And then we have 3 things of Divine Blessing protection. The reason we slotted in the Divine Blessing here is because if you don't know, when you use a long range, i.e. light bowgun, heavy bowgun, or bow, you actually take more damage. The way the game is coded is that you are further away, meaning you aren't as in danger while you are in a fight. So you inherently just take more damage. Because of that, Divine Blessing is a really, really nice skill to have to kind of mitigate a little bit of that. Obviously, it's not going to proc all the time, but it does help. So, now that we've gone over all of that, let's go ahead and come over here to the training range. Take a look. We have 252 attack with the food buff, 5% affinity, 336 element. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and talk to our boy Luke again. Training settings. Skill selected. Let's do Agitator. We'll go ahead and just do a normal attack. That way we don't get absolutely cooked. You can see natural attack is about 270. 250 to 270 based on whether or not we have Agitator. But let me go ahead and Hop over here. Discerning Dodge. We are now at 302 because Adrenaline Rush is now procced, as well as Razor's Edge. You can see Counter-Strike is now procced. We're at 317. So we'll go ahead and hit another dodge, and we'll start Power Shot. You can see Burst is now activated. We're at 327 with Burst active, 317 without it. The combination of Adrenaline Rush, Agitator, Burst really allows you to have really, really good uptime on all of your skills. Adrenaline Rush is going to be active throughout the entire fight as long as you're dodging. Burst is going to be active the entire fight as long as you're dodging. Burst is actually really easy to have up on bow. The only one that's going to be a little hit or miss is going to be Agitator. The difference being, though, if you wanted to slot in Weakness Exploit, you could. I opted for Agitator, seeing as there was already one level here. You definitely could do Weakness Exploit, seeing as Weakness Exploit is going to target very specific parts on the monster, just because that's where you're aiming. But you can definitely make an argument for either, because of how high the raw attack can get. I mean, you can see here, we hit 105 right there on a wound with bow. If we hit just 5 of those hits. Power Volley. You can see just the amount of damage that can be done is insane. Like, look at that. 5 hits of 66 each. You're sitting at what? I mean, 60 times 5 alone is 300 damage. You're hitting nearly as hard as a greatsword as it's charging up its swings, with a lot faster movement speed and a lot faster attack speed. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for today's build. Thank you all for coming and watching. Thank you all for hanging out. Don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see all of you in the next one. Farewell. I don't ever slow up, no, I don't take shit.